Hey, you guys, welcome to the Beauty Revived broadcast. I am going to have, you're going to hear some beeps from my phone because I'm making sure from my sister who's going to be watching to make sure that I am actually live. Does everyone see me? So there should be a link in. Okay, you guys are on. Can you guys see me? Let me know in the messages in the chat room if you guys can see me. Okay, you guys on? I see some people. Let's see. The webinar is going to be between, I'm going to talk for about 30 minutes, and then you guys get to ask me questions. So do you guys see me? I can't, I see a lot of people in the comments, but I can't see if you guys can see me. Okay, yes, people in Ohio can see me. Okay, good. So things are working, which was my biggest prayer, that you could actually see this happening. Okay, Megan and Michaela and Taylor, they can all see me and hear me. That is perfect. Yep, so can Brooke. Oh my goodness, all of my friends are here. I feel like all my friends are here. This is a party. Anyone else having patchy problems like Rebecca? Rebecca says she's a little bit patchy. Okay, so we're gonna get started because I said 10 o'clock, it's 10:02, that means it's time to go. Okay, Brianne sees me, things are good. Okay, so I just want to, hey Chanel, I'm glad you're here. I just want to let you know that I will be monitoring along with my sister Lindsay, who is going to be in the chat room and monitoring the questions. So at the end, I will have a question and answer period. So if you have questions along the way, please post them in the chat room. And Florida sounds good. Post them in the chat room and make sure that, I'll make sure that they get answered as best I can. And everyone is here. I'm so excited. Okay, so everyone's okay on this end. All right, so let me just kind of tell you what's going to happen. I just want to, I am Michelle Gifford. If you don't know, I do know that there are a lot of new people here to Beauty Revived. So I am just going to make sure that I tell you everything. So maybe you guys aren't new and you know the beginnings of Beauty Revived, but I'm going to just take you guys just quickly through how Beauty Revive started, and then I'm going to get into the dirt of the whole reason you're here, and it's to find out how this can impact your business, how you can do a campaign, how you can get in your school. Okay, so things are happening. I am going to, did you guys catch, hey from Nebraska, did you guys catch that crazy Periscope yesterday? I was on location and it was insane. I had 8 girls and I was periscoping live. Anyway, I did put on lipstick, Missy. I told you I would. My grandma always said you had to put lipstick on, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to switch over. This is where I feel a little bit nervous, but I'm going to switch over to my, I just want to make sure it works. So I'm going to switch over to my presentation. And so I'm going to give you some screen share and hope that it works. My sister will text me if it doesn't. So just keep me posted. Okay, is everyone still with me? Can you guys see me? Lindsay, can you see me? Yes, yes, yes. Did you guys see that? I'm just going to make sure. All right, did you guys see that? Okay, actually first before I head over to that, well, we just did a test run. Part of this and part of making sure that this Beauty Revived works for you and your business is to make sure you get a lot of hype and excitement about what you're doing. And so, yes, Rebecca says it worked. Okay, perfect. So I'll go back. But first of all, one of the things I want to make sure is that you take your followers on the whole journey of Beauty Revived. And so it's going to start right now. I'm going to tell you what to post. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. I want you, in just a minute, I'm going to pause and smile for the camera, but in just a minute, I want you to take a picture, take a selfie with me and you, because then it feels like a party, like we're together sitting. And I want you to post it on your social media. So and then I want you to say, I am getting so excited to be a part of the Beauty Revived. It's a national campaign that highlights real women with real beauty. And right now I'm getting the best training from the founder, Michelle Gifford, and then tag me so I can see it. But if you share your whole journey with your, like everything that you do for Beauty Revived with your followers, then they are going to get more excited and more involved, because they probably have never heard of Beauty Revived. And so it is your responsibility to educate them how awesome this is, right? Okay, so you guys have your phones out? Are you really gonna do this? Yes, you are. Okay, I'm gonna smile for about 3 seconds, and then you're gonna take a selfie with me. It's happening. Okay, ready? Oh no. Okay, how did that go? Was that good? Okay, I hear nothing, see nothing except the little box with your replies. It has started, Jamie. Hopefully that you see me. I think everyone else sees me. So I'm going to, hopefully you got that great selfie. I want to see it. Perfect. Okay, so people are helping out in the chat room. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're going to switch over to my presentation. I hope you posted to social media. Whatever, who cares if you, Melissa, who cares if you're in pajamas? Anyway, selfie it up, girl. Okay, anyway, okay, we're gonna switch over to the presentation. Taylor got it. Nice, you had to be quick. Okay, good. Tag me on Instagram or Facebook at I am Beauty Revived, okay? And you guys got it. Okay, everyone's going. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to the presentation. We're gonna get rolling. I'm gonna try to keep it to about 30 minutes, and just because I know you guys have stuff to do on a Wednesday. And then a short question and answer so we get things going, okay? Oh, wait a minute, I have to do this. Okay, this should be it. Yes. Lindsay will text me if it is not it, if you don't see this. All right, so this year, we are doing the 50 Most Beautiful Senior Girls campaign and the 25 Most Amazing Senior Guys campaign. This is different from last year. I'm gonna go over that, but that is what we're talking about right now, okay? So first, let me introduce you to me. I am Michelle. I am a wife. I'm a mom to 4, almost 5 kids. I have 3 boys and a girl, and we'll have another girl in January. So I'm getting bigger by the minute. I started Beauty Revived a 1.5 years ago in my local high school. Okay, Lindsay says you see it, so I'm gonna keep going. I am a Southern California senior photographer. I grew up in the country. I'm not really a city girl. I would rather be out on the farm, riding horses and in the mountains. I grew up on a ranch, and so I like big open spaces, but I love California. I just was at the beach. How bad could that be? So that is a little bit about me, and we're gonna keep on going. Okay, so let me tell you what Beauty Revived is. Beauty Revived is a site dedicated to tell the stories of real women with real beauty, and those stories are featured on my site, IamBeautyRevived.com daily. It's BeautyRevived.com, and they're featured daily. And then every couple of months, we do a campaign, and the stories that are chosen for the campaign are featured in the Beauty Revived magazine. Okay, so make sure that you follow us all across the social media boards, okay? Facebook, Instagram, and Periscope are all at I Am Beauty Revived. I'm on Periscope a lot. I hope you guys are too. We have a great, like I said, we just went to the beach and did a big Periscope. I'm part of the Photography Power Hour, and that happens every Tuesday. And so yeah, find us on Periscope. Make sure that you are a part of this, because on Facebook, you get to see all of the daily posts that are featured on the blog, and on Instagram is a little bit more loose. It's more in real life, and then Periscope, you get all of me, man. It's just the raw Michelle. All right. So how did Beauty Revive get started? A year and a half ago, well, 2 years ago, I moved to California, and I was new to the area. I was a senior photographer. I wanted to get in the schools, but I didn't really know how. I have been involved in, at church, I've been involved with young women for 10 years. And so senior photography and church has always been revolved around girls of this age. And I started to realize that the world was telling the wrong story about these girls. They are awesome, but if you listen to the news and if you listen to how people talk about teenagers and seniors, you would think that they have no ambitions, they have no goals, and they're just doing a lot of bad things. And every girl that I photographed, every girl at church that I talked to, it just simply wasn't true. And I also realized that the teenagers were getting the wrong impression about what was important. And it was all about being really pretty and being thin and being perfect. And I wanted to solve both of those problems and help these girls see what real beauty was, and to help them see that they had real beauty in themselves. So I started a campaign a year and a half ago in my local high school, and these 4 girls were the first Beauty Revive girls ever, which is crazy. So what I did is I had a campaign in my local high school where students were able to nominate other students who showed attributes of true beauty, okay? And so I chose 4 of them, and they got a free session. After the session, during the session, we did a lot with them. We had makeup donated, and we worked with a boutique, and they helped style them. And I'm going to tell you all about that and how to do that. It's coming up. And then I had a videographer come and video the session. We'll talk about that. And then we had a Beauty Revive night. I invited these girls and their close friends and their family to a Beauty Revive night. And I showed them the video, and I told them why they had been nominated. I quoted what their friends had said and tried to emphasize that they were beautiful. And it wasn't because of having perfect hair, perfect skin, perfect teeth, or whatever, but it was because of how they treated each other. And it was because of their kindness and their courage in adversity. And oh, do you guys just see my face? You don't see? Oh no, do not see now you see my face. Let me see what's going on. You are supposed to see, let me see if we can go back. You are supposed to not just see my beautiful face, but maybe you are going to, and I'll pay more attention. Let's see. So do you guys see these girls? I might not be able to push play, so you'll just see the ugly side of it. Let me see. Do you guys see it or no? Yes, yes, yes. Hello? Yes. Just your face still, really? Darn it. Okay. Let me see if I can screen share it again. Okay, do you guys see that or just my face? Okay, you guys see this? Okay, I hear yeses. I'm not going to push play because I'm afraid that it will make it go away. So these are the girls. These are the original Beauty Revive girls. I'm not going to push play. You're just going to see a list of the slides to the end. Okay, so after I talked to these girls and told them about, okay, perfect. People see the presentation. After I told them about what made them beautiful, oh, now just your face. Why is it doing that? Now your presentation. Darn it. Okay. Yes, do you guys see the girls? Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Now my presentation. Okay, so I just knew that I could see a visible change in them when I told them about what made them beautiful. And there were tears, definite tears, and a mom came up to me and told me afterwards that that this is exactly what her daughter needed. She needed to see, she'd gone through some really hard times recently, and she needed to see that other people saw her for who she was and not for what she was. And so after that night, okay, everyone sees a girl. After that night, I knew that it couldn't stop there. And so I did something crazy. I went home to Utah for the summer, and I got with 30 of Utah's best photographers, and we did the first ever Utah's 30 Most Beautiful Women campaign. And all of these women, now you see my face. I'm not sure why. Okay, all of these women, it says I'm screen sharing. Okay, all of these women were, see, people should hear me. You should hear me. If you don't hear me, that's a bad thing. So all of these, when that happened and I was able to see what a difference it made in the lives of others, we went on and we did the 50 most beautiful seniors. And that started last year by a lot of miracles, I'll just tell you. And Christina Ramirez is in here, and she is one of the biggest reasons why Beauty Revived has been such a success. I put out a call for senior photographers, and good, everyone still sees the presentation. So I put out a call for senior photographers almost just over a year ago, and I found 50 of the best senior photographers all jumped on board to do the 50 Most Beautiful Seniors campaign. Christina Ramirez was one of them, and she has been such a blessing to this campaign. So then I did something else, is I emailed Vicki from Senior Style Guide and asked if she wanted to do a whole magazine dedicated to the stories told in the 50 Most Beautiful Seniors campaign. And she did, and that was published last February. And that, ever since then, I have been able to work with, ever since then, I've been able to work with Denim and Grace. We had a magazine published with them. We worked with the Snap Society, Adoption.com, and Lemonaded Lenses. And we've done a ton of different campaigns, and now we're able to publish our own Beauty Revived magazine. So that is kind of the history of Beauty Revived, and so just so you know how this all started, it has been completely miraculous, and I have felt completely driven to do this, and not for any other reason but that when photographers join together, we can do really amazing things, and the Beauty Revived magazine and website are all testaments to that. So, okay, so let me talk to you about, let's see if that worked. Yes, okay, important dates for this campaign. The submission deadline is December 1st. That means that you have to have your session completed and submitted by December 1st, okay? And then on December 15th, we will announce the 50 girls, 25 guys chosen for the magazine. The magazine will be published on January 5th. I'm having a baby. I'm due on January 20th, so I'm hoping I can get that out before this baby comes out, right? Okay, so those are the dates, and screenshot that if you need them, but December 1st, have it in, okay? All right, let's talk about a little bit about what's different about this year's campaign. Last year we chose the 50 photographers up front, and I decided, I asked a lot of photographers, and we decided that we could make such a bigger impact if we didn't limit it to just 50 at the beginning. You should not be doing this campaign just for recognition or to be in a magazine, but to help other girls, and so girls and guys this year. So that is what we're doing. We're doing that so that we can make a bigger impact on the lives of seniors everywhere. The second thing that is different about this year's campaign is that we will have guys and girls. There will be 2 magazines, one dedicated to the guys, one dedicated to the girls, and then scholarships, which I'll talk about in just a second, where there will be scholarships available. Okay, so next is, this is why you should do Beauty Revived, okay? You should do it because you want to change a life. I think that we as photographers, as I talk to everyone, a lot of the reason why we are photographers is because we want to help capture the beauty of our clients. Like, that is one of the biggest reasons any photographer tells me, is that they want to be a part of this person's life and to show them how beautiful they are. And Beauty Revived is a way to do that, and it's a way to do it on a bigger scale, is because when we collaborate and work together, then big things happen. I always like to say that we need to use our lens for good. I believe that we are each given talents, and that you as photographers have a talent for capturing the beauty in people. And because of that, we should use our lens for good and help others. And then from a business standpoint, you have an opportunity to be a part of a magazine and the Beauty Revived website. And then you also get to offer a chance for your seniors to be a part of the scholarships. Okay, so let's talk about the scholarships. Okay, how do you talk about this without crying? I don't know, but we had, I've teamed up with Senior Style Guide, and I went to Senior Style Guide's Push conference this summer, where this amazing group of people, do you see all these amazing faces? Do you know them? Christina Ramirez is in the chat room and also in the picture, and Amanda Holloway and Jen Bertrand and Brooke Daniels and Latasha Haynes and Stephanie Newbold and Dan Roulet, which I never remember how to say his name, and Jim Meyer. They were all the speakers at Push conference, and they all donated things to a silent auction. And the people at Push, all the attendees, they bid on these amazing products, and they raised $11,000 for Beauty Revived. And so we are breaking that up into 3 scholarships. We will be awarding 2 $3,500 scholarships to the girls and 1 $3,500 scholarship to the guys. So it's all because these amazing photographers have such big hearts and are willing to give. And you know, when you have, like, you know, these people online, you've been friends with them, and then you meet them and you're worried that they're not going to live up to your expectations. Well, that was just not true with these people. I was going to say women, but there's the 2 men. They were just better than I could have ever imagined. They are genuine and they are good. And I feel so blessed that most of these people in the picture were a part of our first Beauty Revived campaign. So that is happening. So what will happen is everyone submits on December 1st. We will choose the 50 girls, 25 guys by December 15th. And then those 75, right, the 50 and the 25, will be able to apply for the scholarships, okay? You are able to submit more than 1 Beauty Revive session. You can submit as many sessions as you'd like. And the people who will be chosen for the magazine, and then therefore the scholarships, it will be not just be based on pretty pictures, but we want to know what makes them beautiful. And what I will be looking for is not just if they've gone through trials, because that is a huge part of it, but I want to know what they've done with their trials. How have they used their trials to help others and how to change others? And so when you're submitting and telling their story, focus on that. Focus on how they're using them for good and to help others. And you don't have to have gone through a big trial. You don't. But I want to know how you're making the world a more beautiful place. So that's what your submission should be focused on, okay? Okay. let me just tell you what a campaign is. You do not have to do a campaign, by the way. You can just choose someone to give a session to, okay? But a campaign is good because it gets more excitement and it gets you more recognition in your area. So a campaign consists of open nomination and a free session. So anyone can nominate, but you need to make sure that there is no voting, because this is not a popularity contest. And if it ever feels that way, then you're doing it wrong, okay? And then you can't do this for money. That's the whole point of Beauty Revived, is to be able to give back. And so that is what a campaign is. These are my 3 big campaigns that I've done with these beautiful girls. Okay, here's what we're going to go over really quickly today is we are going to talk about how to get in your schools, how to use your reps to get in your schools and to run a Beauty Revived campaign, how to run a campaign, and what does a Beauty Revived session look like, what happens after the session. Chanel, you can submit as many sessions as you'd like, okay? Okay, so let's talk about this. I believe that we're not, okay. I wanted to say this the right way, okay? When you do good things come back. I am a public relations major. That is my background. And so not the public relations like putting out fires, but the public relations in that we can do a lot of good, and that is much more effective than paying advertising or well, a lot of other things. If you are doing really wonderful things and people see that, then they are going to be much more invested and much more willing to invest in you because you've already invested in them. And so when I talk about how you can get into your schools, this is not just about Beauty Revived giving back, but this is also about making your business better. So one of the ways I think we can do that is by getting more people involved in your Beauty Revived session. And the way I've done that is I've been getting involved with the people in my schools. I've been involved with the student council leaders, the student council, and you can get involved using the high school counselors. Okay, so the way that I have done this is okay, so I have emailed student council leaders, and those are the advisors over the student council, and I have done that and they've responded. The thing about that is they are super busy. And so they might not respond as well as if you can get a student from the student council. Now, if you know any senior, no, it doesn't have to be a senior. If you know any high school person, you need to ask them, do you know someone on the student council? That's all you have to ask them. And I would guess that they know someone, whether that's like their best friend. It doesn't have to be their best friend. The way I got into this high school is I had one of my seniors, I don't even know if they're seniors, one of my high school kids from church, I said, I need to have someone on the student council. And they said, I have this friend who's on the student council. I mean, she's not like a president or anything. She's just a member of the council. I was like, great. And so I cold called her. Actually, no, I was at an activity where she was, and I just went up and talked to her. You can just get a number and text them. Tell the person that you know, let them know that I'm texting them about Beauty Revived and doing an activity with their student council. It is the best thing for you. I cannot stress this enough. Let me tell you, excuse me, how this one went down. So I contacted this girl. She didn't know me from Adam, right? But it is a great thing. This program, this is a big thing. So I just said, hey, I am Michelle and I am a senior photographer. I am a part of a national campaign called Beauty Revived where photographers donate sessions to deserving women. And I have done this in multiple schools, Rebecca. And deserving, so I say that we donate sessions to deserving students. And I would love to work with your student council to create a Beauty Revive campaign. I do all the work. All you would have to do is advertise and get involved. So the key to that is to make sure that you are not, this can't appear like you're adding more work to them. You have to sell it a little bit, and the way to do that is point out what's in it for them and what they will have to do. So for me, I am willing to do all the work. They just have to promote it. That's all they have to do, and they can figure out how to do it. I went to this school. This is a picture of me at that school, and I went and talked to a class of like 40 kids, and they were all the leaders in the school. Are you kidding me? Can you not see how what good that can do for your business? You are up there talking passionately about giving back to them. Let that sink in for a second. You are in front of the school's leaders talking about how you can help them. Okay, that is amazing. This is going to be much better than paying for a Facebook ad, because they see you, they saw me face to face, they saw my passion, and they saw how dedicated I was to them. Then it gets better because I was able to, they did all the advertising for me. So not only was I in front of those 40 kids, but now they are spreading my name around the school. Okay, so see this? This is good. This is good stuff. And with this particular school, they did written nominations, and I'll talk to you about different ways to do nominations, but they had their student council kids out during lunch, and they had just papers for people to nominate. And that has been my most successful campaign, is when I got my school involved. I have, at the end, if you stick with me to the end, I have a link where I'll send you all of my downloads. So I've had my, graphic designer. She has made all the advertisements that match and things like that. And I've also written up a letter for your student that you can send to the student council advisors. And so you can use that. I met these kids at class, because at this high school, they have a specific class dedicated to student council, student government, where they all meet. And so I scheduled a time, and I didn't even talk to the student advisor. I didn't talk to an advisor until that day. It was all done through that, girl that I just cold called. So, so that is how I got into the schools. That is it. And it's really not that hard, but you do have to maybe put yourself out there. So that is it. That is how, like, it's changed my whole, business, because now I went from being very unknown to being very well known because of Beauty Revived. And I didn't start it because of that. It has just been a really great, it's been a really great outcome of it, because now people know me and they know my passion is to present these kids in a great light. Okay, so that is my getting into your schools. Do it. This is the best way to get the most out of a Beauty Revive campaign. The best way. If you do not know a student, you probably know a mom. If you don't, I know a ton of teachers at the school, you know, and I don't know how, but I do. Anyway, get into their student councils and make sure when you present it that you are talking about what's in it for them, because you are doing them a service. Remember that. You are providing a way that the school can recognize the people in the school who are doing good. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so now that is getting into your schools. Now we're going to talk about how to use reps, okay? These are three of my reps for this year, and the reps can help you in a lot of ways. They are your ambassadors, and they're the ones that are vouching for you. So if people are like, oh, who is this Michelle Gifford photography? They can tell them that she is wonderful, and she's taken my senior pictures, and this is what and just let them know that you are legit and you're fun, and that they should totally nominate someone. All right, they are the pulse. They can let you know how it's being received at the school. So I make sure that I have tabs in how things are going. Just text them and they'll say, you know what, people know about the Beauty Revive campaign, or people don't. And then with timing, okay, you do not want to do your Beauty Revive campaign during homecoming. You don't, because it will get lost. You don't want to do it during big events. And so make sure that you check the calendar. It's always on the school website, but more importantly, like, check with your reps and make sure that this is a good time to do it, that there's not much going on for the students. They are also your insiders. So if I have had to, like, if things, I'll get to Valerie's comment in just a second, but so if there aren't a lot of nominations coming in at the beginning, then just say, senior reps, nominate 2 people and then get 2 people to nominate. And then you have a bunch to choose from. So they can be kind of your safety net. So if you're not getting nominations, then you make sure that your senior reps are getting their friends to nominate. Also, I know that, I think it was Brooke Daniels last year. She got her senior reps together after she got all the nominations, and she didn't tell any of the reps the names of the people nominated, but they just read the nomination form, like why they were nominated, and the senior reps chose the Beauty Revive recipient for her that got a free session. And so you can use them in that way as well to get them really excited about it, okay? Okay, so for offering the possibility of a scholarship, I would just say, not only do we want to gift a free session, but this is part of a bigger campaign, and it's Beauty Revive's Seniors Campaign, and you will be given a chance to be in a magazine. And also, if you are chosen for the 50 in the magazine, then you have a chance to apply for a $3,500 scholarship, which is a big selling point. If you don't have, okay, so Taylor doesn't have a rep program, and that's totally fine. I just had a lot of people ask me how they would use their reps. So you need to, even if you don't have reps, you have to figure out what is happening in your schools. So if that is through looking on their website and making sure that, like looking on the school's website, check the calendar. Don't do it during homecoming week. If there's things like that, you can check the calendar. But hopefully you are working with a student council, and the person, your student council contact, can answer all of these questions for you. So you can do it that way as well. I've just had a lot of people ask me how to get their reps involved, and this is how I would do it. Okay, so you can take nominations any way you want. I try to keep it as simple as possible because we are dealing with high school students. They don't want anything complicated. So this is a picture of my Instagram nomination, and also the Beauty Revive nomination box is what happened at that high school. They decorated the box. I didn't do that, but I gave them all the nomination forms, and they collected it during lunch, like I said. And that was a big deal because, I don't know, I think kids are kind of overwhelmed, well, oversaturated with technology, right? So they're getting messages all the time. And so if you can have the student council hand out physical pieces of paper and say, you know, give this back to me in 5 minutes or 10 or whatever, then they are more likely to do it. So I've done it just on Instagram. I've had them email me nominations. I've also, you can use mock forms or however you, or whatever you want to take nominations. Just make sure that it's easy. You want it to be easy for these kids. Also, make it about a week long, like started on a Monday and go through Friday. Nominations closed on Friday and then announce on Monday or something. But don't make this very long because they're going to lose interest if you don't keep it going. And then, okay, so let me just point out nominations. Reps can nominate. No one should nominate themselves. No one is applying to be a Beauty Revive person. The point is that someone saw good in someone else and they are nominating them. Does that make sense? So you don't want you don't want people applying. This is not like a rep thing where people apply to be your rep. People should be nominating other students. So your reps can definitely nominate people. They're in the high school. They have people that have impacted them for good. So yeah, go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, invite others to the party. This was kind of a big thing for me, is that I have had a ton of success with getting the community involved. Yep, those girls were seniors this year. Seniors this year, they need to be graduating 2016, Valerie. Okay, so one of the things that was a huge success is that I got a ton of people involved. Okay, so my first video, which I'm not sure if I'm going to share, I'll at least share a link. The first campaign, I hired a student to make my video. All right, you get as many people in the high school involved. And you know what, I paid that kid and he did a great job. But I did, and then I've also done it where I have videoed myself, but I have found that the best thing you can do is get more people involved. So I had, on the actual session, let me see if I talk about this in a second. On the actual session, I had the videographer come. Well, I'll talk about that in just one second. So I asked a makeup artist at a local salon to donate hair and makeup, and she did. And I also there's a local boutique that styled my girls and loaned us the clothes. So they don't have to, it's good for the boutiques because they're getting their name out there. I give them, the boutiques, the pictures that they can use for advertising, and I tag them in all of the pictures. And so when you approach these boutiques, you need to say, hey, I am doing this great campaign. It's called Beauty Revived, and I'm giving away a free session to this girl because of her real beauty. And so I would love for you to get involved with this. And I was wondering if you'd be willing to just lend us one of your outfits for this session. And what I will give to you is all the pictures you can use for advertising. I will make sure that you are tagged in all of the social media posts that you are in. And make sure, this is the thing, whenever you're approaching someone, whether it's Beauty Revived or not, you need to make sure you are stating what's in it for them. Because people don't care if it makes you look good, you know? People want to know what's in it for them. And of course they have good hearts, and of course they want to help. And that is part of it. So make sure you tell them why you're doing it, but also make sure that these are business people, and they're running a business too. So make sure that you tell them what's in it for them. Okay, so then I'm going to talk to you about the actual Beauty Revive session. I was going to show you the movie, but we're running late. I'll just send you a link since you're on my email list. But so the day of the session, we had, well, the day, let's see, we went out and picked out clothes, I think 2 days before the session. And the lady at the boutique, she helped style the girls, and everything from shoes to the hat to the accessories to the clothes, everything was from that shop. We went through, and the girls were, one of the girls was like, I've never felt so pretty. And so 2 days before the session, we went and we had these clothes. I then, what the store does is just write down which clothes you have, and then she gave them to me. I took them and had them for the girls. The girls changed into them. They went and got their hair and makeup done. It was donated. And then we showed up at this session, and we had that student videoing, right? And he videoed while we were picking out clothes, and before the session and during the session. And then during the session, you can do this as individuals, or you can, because I've done chosen just one from each school, and I've also chosen 4. I did 4 this time and 4 another time. So you can choose as many as you want. But during this session, I had them each bring a friend or close family member, and the videographer, he videoed their responses to the questions. Like he just asked, what makes Michaela beautiful? And then they answered. And then we went through each girl, and they answered what they thought real beauty was. Okay, and then he made a video. I'm going to send you the video link. We're not going to watch it together. But, and then after that, we did, about a week or 2 after that, we did a Beauty Revive night. I kept it very simple. I had my assistant make cupcakes, and I brought fruit, and we came and we just watched the video of all their pictures that I edited, and then the video that student made. And then I just talked to them about why they were chosen and what beauty I saw in them. All right, and I love the Beauty Revive night because it kind of wraps things up for everyone. So it's like you tell them how beautiful they are, and then they see it. Okay, I have done Beauty Revive campaigns where I don't do a Beauty Revive night, so you do not have to do that. But this is a way to get you in front of other friends, because I had their friends come, and also for you to get in front of parents and to show them your heart. This is very close to my heart. Was I crying? Part of it, absolutely. But that sincerity will come through and will make a difference, because now you're not just a business person. You are a real person who is willing to give a lot to these girls that you haven't even met, or that now you've met, but you hadn't met before. And so that is what it has looked like for me. Are we good? Are we on? So our goal this year, my goal, I don't know. I think, so last year we did 50 sessions, and that was amazing. This year I want to get 250 sessions. It seems crazy, but to do that, we need you guys to jump on board. And we need you, and we need your friends. So make sure that you're sharing this. I will be sending out a replay link to your email, and it will be live for probably 10 days. And this is probably training. I've talked to someone, they're like, why aren't you charging for this? and I just didn't feel great about charging for this, because I really just want this to be a way that we can teach, where I can teach you how I've been successful, and then you can make it your own. You don't have to do it exactly how I do it, but I want to make sure you have the tools to make it happen for you. So please invite your friends. So for the Beauty Revive night, it is a little party, but I just did it at my house. Depending on how big you want it, but each of the people just brought 2 or 3 people, so it wasn't very big, and I just had it at my house. It was very intimate. It was very personal. So that is it. So, okay, now I'm gonna go back. Do you guys have, what other questions do you guys have? Have I answered all your questions? Have I given you enough information to do it? I don't sell anything to them. I give them their digitals, and I also give them a few free prints. Terry asked me, or do you give them a gift packet? Terry asks. I don't, yeah, I give them a gift packet. I don't do this is not, I have not made any like money directly from a Beauty Revive session. Okay, so I'm gonna stop screen sharing. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, so that is it for my presentation. I hope that you guys got a lot out of it, but I want to know, do you guys have any other questions? I've kind of been answering them as I go along, but are there any things that I did not talk about? You know, I didn't. So Trinity asked, do you have vendors donate food for the party? And I didn't, but that is a really great idea. I really just I kept it super simple, and but it is a really good idea to invite people, more people. The more people you can get involved in this, the better, because every vendor, the dress people, and everything like that, they can all. Trinity asks, do you give them the digitals from the event? I do. I give them the digital files. I also give them some prints, and just as a gift. Would you ever consider doing the Beauty Revive night at the school so students can see the impact? I have considered that. And with the student council, one of the things that was big for me is I said, this is what I can do, and I would love to see this and this and this. Like I said, I'd love to have a Beauty Revive night at the school so that we could really highlight the good in that is happening. And for them, it didn't work out schedule-wise. Like they had too many things going on. But I did offer that as an option. The best thing that I found with the schools is when I talked to the students, I'd love, like, this is how I see it going, but I want you guys to put your spin on it. And so they made signs and things like that to advertise. And so it is a great idea if your student council wants to host a night, or ask them, I would just ask them how they want to honor these individuals, or if they want you to be in charge of that. Okay, let's see. I understand. I don't know, Terry, exactly what you're asking. So do you just focus on one school or the community of high schools? There are two. I don't just focus on one school. There's a few schools in my area that I do it with. And I started with one school because that's the school that I had connections with. And then I built from there. So if you can only do one school, only do one school. And I have been doing it a school at a time. So I've done a campaign at one school and a campaign at the other, and they haven't meshed. But that doesn't mean you couldn't do one big campaign and involve more than one school. But if you are working with, if you are working with a student council, I would recommend only doing it for that school. And then, does that make sense? So just, if they're going to advertise for you, you don't want them to not get chosen. So for the school I went and had them campaign for me, I did it and it was dedicated just to that school. And then the other school in my area, Holly, I just did that at a different time. Let's see, what other questions did I have? Yeah, it would be a really great idea to have a special assembly at the school. You know, that is a good question, Chanel. What I did is all the people that were nominated, I couldn't do all of them because I had like, I don't know, 60 nominations. So I obviously couldn't do all of them. And so this is a really good point. I'm glad you brought it up. But as part of the nomination form, I have them put in the nomination's name, who they're nominating, their name and their contact information, hopefully their email address. I put email address on there. And when then when it's over and they don't know, most of them don't know they've been nominated, but I send them an email and say, hey, your friend Trisha nominated you for this. Unfortunately, you weren't chosen, but because I think you're so awesome and love to read your story, here is a gift certificate for a free session fee or something like that. So you can do it that way if you would like. I just saw good questions. A second. Oh, Michaela asked are you ever worried about it becoming a popularity contest, meaning that the students may just vote for their friends and not look for that beauty within the whole student body? There is absolutely no voting. That is one of the rules of a campaign. Okay. So it has never been a problem for me because the campaign has been open to students. It's been open, like I've had aunts, like just that have heard about it. So like parents and family members nominate, and I've had teachers nominate. And so it has never been about popularity because there's no voting and it's anonymous. I mean, you put who you nominated, but yeah, you get to choose. So even if like 20 people nominate the same person, you get to choose if you think that's valid or not. Valerie asks, who talks about why the girls are beautiful? I have, because that is my passion, man. I want to be in front, and I want to be the one leading this because I'm so passionate about it, and also because you want to be the face that people recognize, right? You want them to know that you're the photographer, you're the one taking the pictures. That is good business. You got to get your face out there. And so so that is who talks about who's beautiful. And I'm assuming that you're talking about during the Beauty Revive night. You can, so Terry asked, do you also have a nomination area on your website? Yes, you can do it. You can do it that way. I've also taken nominations through Instagram, where they just can either DM me or they can write it in the comments or they can email me. Sometimes writing your comments isn't what you want. It's easy, but you don't necessarily want the whole world to see it, you know? And so so having them email you or say, head over to my site. I have had a nomination form on my site using that. Let's see. You do not, okay, someone asked if you have to tell the people who were not chosen that they were nominated. Absolutely not. You can do it however you want. I just said there were so many nominations. You were one of them. And I thought your story was amazing. I was so sad that I couldn't choose you, but you sound so wonderful. I'd love to photograph you. Here's a coupon, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to tell them. Let's see, Taylor asked, do you have a specific marketing layout or logo you want us to use? I don't want things to be inconsistent for the movement. Okay, so what I'm going to give to you is a link that you can download all of the marketing material that I have had specifically made for this campaign, and I just want you to make it your own. They're PSD files so that you can put in your own logos. Yes, and on that, I need to tell you what's on that. Hold on. So I have a nomination form. I have a nomination form, a letter to the schools, an Instagram ad for girls, an Instagram ad for boys, a Facebook timeline for girls, a Facebook timeline for boys, a nomination form, a gift certificate, front and back, and friend cards if you want to use those for advertisement, and a flyer, because the schools like to hang up flyers. So I'm going to give you all of those documents. Of course, you can change them to make them fit yours, and take off my logo, please, like my Michelle Gifford photography logo. But so I have already designed those. I'd love for you to use them. I'm going to give you a link to download those in just a minute. And so that's that answer. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Yes, it's private Oh, Taylor asked, is it private nominations? Yeah, so it is private nominations. Let me just read through really quick. I might be done. As far as timing goes, I would just make sure that you check with the school. I mean, for this, you need to have it done by December 1st. So that means completed and submitted to me by December 1st. So you can do a Beauty Revive session anytime, But if you want it for this campaign, make sure that it's done by December 1st. If you guys have, so Ashley Leonard asks, I have a complicated, very specific to my senior question for you. That might take a while to explain. Do you have an email address I can write you at? And the answer is yes. You can email me at michelle@IamBeautyRevived. Okay? Yeah, go ahead and email me. Valerie, if you have a lot of questions, I see that, why don't you watch the replay and make sure you get all of your questions answered, because I do talk about it a lot. Yes, Chanel, you can use the Beauty Revive logo, and that is in the Facebook group under Files. Brittany, I'm glad you're on here, my old friend from college. Okay, so are there any other questions? I think that I have answered everyone as best I can, right? Make sure that you're a part of the Beauty Revived Facebook group. I'll put a link to that right now. And also the downloads. Here's the download link. I'm going to put it in the chat room. And I'll also email it out to you. So that will take you to a place you can download. If it doesn't work, just let me know, because I'll put it in the Facebook group if it doesn't work. Now I'm going to jump on and give you, if you're not a part of the Facebook group, I really want you to be a part of it, because we have a lot of fun, and you can help people get, you can get your questions answered there. Okay, I will send you, so Terry asks, what are the requirements for sending to you our campaign? Okay, so you choose your 3 best pictures that you want, those are submitted first for the you would want, if you made it to the magazine, that we would use for the magazine, and then up to 15 that we use for a blog post. That's the number of photos, and I think that I need to look, but I think it's 700 words is what you need to use to write write about your girl. And okay, anyone else have questions before I sign off? Okay, I think we're good. If you have more questions, please head over to the Facebook group. I hope this really helped. I've been so excited to be here and to talk to you about Beauty Revived, and I hope through all of this that you have felt my passion for this, because I have seen such amazing things happen because of Beauty Revived. It's why I'm doing a free webinar. It's why I'm doing everything for free, because I just want you to be a part of this. I want you to feel the difference it makes in your business. I want you to feel the difference it makes in your life, because when we are looking for good and when we're doing good, we will find it and we will feel it. And so that's what Beauty Revived is all about. There's a lot of beauty out there, and we as photographers get to capture it, and we get to tell the stories of these girls and these boys. I'm super excited we're adding boys this year. And okay, I will, okay, I can see that download link did not work, and that is fine. I will make sure that I send that out to you. It'll either be in the Facebook group. It'll be in the Facebook group. I'll also send them via email so you can have them, okay? So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've been here for an hour, so that's great. That's great. We got through everything, and hopefully this is really helpful. If you have friends that photograph seniors in any way, please share this with them. I will send the replay link in the email. And please share this with them so that they know how to do a Beauty Revive campaign that will not only benefit them, it'll benefit their business. Okay, so share, because we just need to change the lives of as many people as we can, right? So, okay, also I will be periscoping a ton about Beauty Revived and how I do it. So make sure that you follow me on Periscope. It's at IAM Beauty Revived. Okay, so find me there where you can ask me questions live, and we can keep the party going. Okay, thanks you guys for joining me on this Wednesday. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.